Welcome and thank you for showing up for your learning. And if you've just arrived, it means we're just in the middle, actually, of answering a fairly cool question, which involves conjoined triangles. Here's a tree. It is of unknown height. At the top of the tree, there's $1,000,000. Hannah is over here looking up at the top of the tree at 20 degrees. She knows she's 15 meters from the base of the tree, and she can fly. Please stop touching that, man. And here's Alex looking up at the $1,000,000 at a 30-degree. Miles, can you please get out of here and just leave my stuff alone? Okay. He's looking up at the top of the tree at 30 degrees. Oh, I see what you want to do. You want a place to sit. Okay, well, use your words and I'll understand. Yeah, there you go. Have a seat and you can watch, but please don't touch. Okay, so Hannah wants to know how much closer is Alex than she is to the money, because they can both fly and go directly up there. So we want to find out how much shorter A is than H. So first, we draw a nice diagram, and then we're going to draw each triangle individually. This is the Hannah triangle, so the Hannah corner down there, and we can solve all these things. And then we can use that over here to solve this. So let's also draw the Alex triangle. This is corner M, corner B for the base of the tree, M for money, and A for Alex. This is our right angle, and this is height T for tree. Okay? And we want to know the length A, the little a that Alex needs to travel, and little h that Hannah needs to travel. Okay, so first, we have over here a known angle, but that's all we know. We don't know anything else about this triangle. So we definitely need at least a side length so we can solve the other sides. Over here, we've got what we need. We've got the 20 degrees and we've got the 15 meters. And when we solve for the height of the tree, because the two triangles share this tree in their triangle, we can substitute that into that diagram. Okay, so let's find t. Okay, so first, we recognize that this will be cosine, sorry, tangent, because this is opposite side, and this is adjacent side. All right, so tan 20, because that's the angle, is equal to t over 15. So 15 times tan 20 equals t. Let's see how close that is to 4. 15 times tangent of 20 equals 5.45. So we're going to go with 5.5 meters. Okay, we'll round to one decimal place. That's as much as Hannah needs to get the money or something. 5.5 equals t. Okay, so now we can use that in this triangle here. Let's just substitute it in. This is 5.5. We don't need to think of that as t anymore. All right, 5.5. Now, in this triangle, we're going to need to find h. There's a few ways to do it. We could use a squared plus b squared equals h squared, no problem. Or we could use either one of the trigonometric ratios, sine or cosine, which relate to hypotenuse. For my money, using trig is faster than using Pythagorean theorem. So let's do that. Over here, we can't use Pythagorean theorem because we don't know this distance yet. Zara, can you watch your video somewhere else? Thank you. Okay, so we could use a trig ratio to find this side, but we don't need it. We just need this side, so let's just use a trig ratio. Okay, so now we're going to find h, and we're going to find a. So h...
Dada,
Yes, what is it, Miles?
what if you do rainbow?
Why don't I do rainbow?
How would you do rainbow, I said?
Okay, how about I do rainbow? So here, let's use this number and this. So we're going to relate the adjacent side to the hypotenuse through this 20. So that will be cosine. Cosine of 20 degrees, this is working in here, is equal to this over h. 15 over h. Okay, so now I do my cross multiplication to find that h is equal... No, don't play with the mouse right now, please. Thank you. H is equal to 15 over cosine 20. And that's going to give me this h. That's how far Hannah needs to travel. All right, I'm going to punch that in a second. I'll do all of my different calculations here. And in this one, I'm going to relate this side, which we found there. That's the idea of conjoined triangles, Hannah. This is where you might see it. Oh, sorry, I hit you in the face with my arm. 5.5 Related to A, this is opposite over hypotenuse, so that's SOH. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 is equal to 5.5 over H. Okay? Over A. I'm sorry, over A, over H, over A.
Dada.
Yes, Miles?
Is it okay if we invite Nana and Papa to have dinner?
We'll have to ask your mommy if we can invite your Nana and Papa over for dinner today. I'm not sure if we're going to do that. So then a little cross multiplication gives me A is equal to 5.5 over sine 30. You'll notice I'm skipping steps now because I just think you've seen me flip the position of those two things so many times if you've been watching all the videos. So that's the value of A. Okay. So let's go ahead and do it. We're going to evaluate H and we're going to evaluate A on our calculators. Or on our calculator. We can use one calculator for this, of course. 15 divided by the cosine of 20 is equal to 15.96. So 16. H is equal to 16. Okay. So Hannah, you need to travel 16 meters to get to the top of that tree to get the money. All right. Let's see how far Alex has to go. It's shorter. Okay. 5.5 over sine 30. 5.5 divided by sine 30. Sine 30 is half. So this is actually 11 divided by the sine of 30. 11. There you go. So A is equal to 11. And in the beginning, we said, how much closer is Alex than Hannah, given that they can both fly to the $1 million? Well, Alex is 16 minus 11, so that's 5. So he's 5 meters closer. Since this is 11 and this is 16, therefore, Alex is 5 meters closer, C-L-O-S-E-R, Mr. Jennings, than Hannah to the cashish. Okay, lots of cash at the top of that tree. All right, so that's very exciting to know that, Hannah, you got to start soon if you want to get it to the top and get a big head start on Alex. Okay, so that's how you do these types of questions, everyone. So just one brief little example, and we'll shut the video. Any questions, find me on the channel.